Om Namah Shivaya children. Good morning. How are you all? Fine? Children, did you study which I taught you in the last week? Did you all read the textbook? Okay, you have to read the textbook at least 4 to 5 times. Or if you can, read more than 5 times till you clear with the topics. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. So children, last week we studied about measurement. And we learned what measurement is actually. So what is measurement? Let me ask you a question. What is measurement? You all have learned measurement. Measurement is the comparison of unknown quantity with some known fixed quantity. What is that unknown quantity? Unknown quantity is a number. And known quantity, known fixed quantity. What is that? That is a unit. So this known fixed quantity is the unit. Last week you saw I measured the photo frame with my handspan. And I told you my handspan won't be same with your handspan and with any other kid's handspan. So handspan will be differ from one person to another. Every person's handspan will be different. And when I measured, I got two parts in the measurement. That is a number and a unit. What is that got? Measurement having a number and a unit. So our topic is unit. What do you mean by unit? Actually, units are very important in physics. We can never ever forget to write the unit. We have to use units in everywhere. In front of our number, we have this unit. In common life, also, it is very important in our daily life. Unit is very important in our daily life. Do you know how? Suppose you go to buy a tea powder, amount of tea powder. You want to buy 250 gram of tea powder. 250 gram of tea powder. But you asked to the shopkeeper for 250 kilogram, kg instead of gram, you said it kilogram of tea powder. It makes a big difference, gram and kilogram. You had just changed the gram into kilogram, but it makes a big difference. So it plays an important role in our daily life. There are many examples related regarding units. If suppose somebody asks you the distance or how far some place, if he ask you about the hospital, suppose the hospital, if somebody asks you how far is the hospital, instead of saying kilometer, if you say it in meter, it makes a great difference. So that means you might have understood that units plays an important role in our daily life. Now, we just think about the ancient man. What kinds of units they were using? Or historically, what kinds of units were used? What all kinds were used at that time in ancient time? You must have read many books in that it will be there, or in social you must have read about that. So in ancient time, people were not so accurate. So when they want to do farming, if they had a sort of a part, they want to know the length and breadth of a measurement. They want to know how much is that plot. So approximate measurement they want. For that, with that, they would estimate how much seed they want or how much water they need to for farming and how many labors they need. They all they will plan with according to that. It will be sufficient for them to know the rough measurement of length and breadth. So they would go with approximate measurement. So they use their body parts for such kind of measurement. In ancient time, one of the known unit used is cubit. What is cubit? Cubit means it is a length of an arm from the elbow to the top of the fingers. It is the length of an arm from the elbow to the top of the finger. Similarly, there are other lengths too. A fathom was a length from arm to arm when hands are fully stretched. This is the another unit. And hand span, which was convenient, which I already explained, and we did the same measurement using the hand span in the last class. A thumb, it is another one, thumb. A width of thumb is a width of thumb were used for measurement. Thumb, a width of thumb were used for measurement. It is approximately an inch. The thumb is the width of measurement. The thumb is a width of thumb which is approximately an inch. In some phone we have thumbnails in gallery. If we take photos, there are thumbnails. Now next is foot. Foot is a unit from which we derive the modern unit of feet. Next is yard. Yard is the distance between the end of the outstretched arm and their chin. Distance between the end of the outstretched arm and their chin. In ancient India, small length measurements used were an angul or a mutti. Angul is a Hindi word. Mutti. Mutti means fist. So they were using for small units, for small things like measurement of coin or something if they want, they use angul or mutti. A great problem with us with this is everyone's body parts are different from one another. That all knows everybody's body parts are different, of different size. So it differ from person to person. It differ from person to person. So it is not so applicable for us. Not only this, difference from person to person. Not only this problem, they were not consisting across the world. This measurement will not consist in the whole world. If we measure from here, if we send it to some other place or some other state, it will not consist. It will not applicable because their measurement will be different. So it will not consist. Like the units used in Egypt is cubit, whereas in India that was used as finger. So it will not consist. It will not be applicable for as a same. It will be different from one place to another. So if we want to buy a tabletop with my hand span, it would be different from other person. It would be different with your hand span. It would be different from a kid's hand span. So likewise, all the measurement will be different if we take our body part as a measurement unit. Even the measurement of time was not correct or perfect, like days, hours, minute. If we want to measure all these things, it will not be correct or we don't get a perfect measurement. So people had lots of problems while measuring. So with increasing globalization, with increasing trade, what happens, especially the traders and the common people, realize that we have to come up with consisting sets of units. They thought of come up with new set of units which will be constant for or common for everyone. It will be same for everyone. It will be used by everyone, and that can be applicable by everyone. So they thought of that things. So they tried, and ultimately they tried and tried for that to come up with a solution. And ultimately some units were devised which went into used across the world. So after they devised the some units, so one of the system of units is MKS. In such or in each system, first letter, that is M, denotes the unit of length. Second one is K, that denotes the unit of mass. M is means meter. K is denotes the unit of mass, which is kilogram. And third one denotes the unit of time. What is that? Second. S is second. I'll just explain once more. In each system, first letter M, which denotes the length, that is meter. Second one is unit of mass, that is kilogram. Third one is unit of time, that is second, which was used in the system. So M is meter, K is kilogram, S is second. Second, the next system was CGS. CGS. C is centimeter, which is in length. G is in mass, we say gram. And S measured in time, which is second. Now third one is FPS. FPS. F is the foot measured in length. P is pound. P is pound measured in mass. S is second measured in time. Time is almost same, comes because second. Now using this system of units, we were little bit consistent. This also not enough for the scientist. They need little more accuracy in their measurement. Actually, scientists will be very accurate with their measurement, with their work. So they need little more accuracy and they want to, sometimes they used to share their work across the world. Suppose they are in India, they want to share something or some of their work with the person in Nigeria. They want accurate, exact, not approximate or not here and there should be lost. Everything should be same in the measurement. It should be exact in their measurement. So scientists thought, let us invent or devise a new sets of units, a new set of units. And we all agreed to use that. For the sake of uniformity, scientists all over the world have accepted a set of standard units of measurement. Standard units of measurement. The system of units now used is known as the International System of Units. It is a French word, or it is also known as SI units. SI units are very, very important. And there it will be standard for everyone. There is no change from person to person. There are so many SI units, but here we focus only 3 units importantly. That is M, that is meter, GM, that is gram, and second. This chapter is most importantly focusing on measurement of distances. So we take these units only now. There are many other SI units, but here we focus only in meter. We focus in meter, not gram and second. So let us define the meter. So meter means the distance travelled by light. So light always travels at constant speed and in vacuum. It travels in vacuum. This distance travelled by light in vacuum is 1 by 2,999,792,458 of a second. It is known as 1 meter. It remains the same across the world. Because speed of light is constant. So that constant unit we take as 1 meter. Because speed of light in vacuum is always constant. So this 1 meter does not change. But this unit is not enough for the scientist because they wanted to measure everything in the world Likewise, he want to measure the distance between the atom, which is really very small, and to very large distance, from smallest scale to the largest scale. That means scientist wanted to measure everything in the world, like small thing and the largest thing also. So the small unit is not enough to measure everything. 1 meter means small unit can be measured. But the largest thing, how we measure with meter. And of course, all that can be done only by using cannot be done only by using a single unit. That all cannot be done. So we need little more units. So SI unit gives some options, like it gives the option to add some prefixes like kilometer, meter, and the prefix is kilo. So meter is the base unit, kilo is the prefixes. Kilo is the prefixes, meter is the base unit. So it makes meter is small and kilometer becomes 1000 times bigger than meter. That means meter is the smallest unit. Wherever we need small thing to measure, we use meter, and kilometer is 1000 times bigger than meter. To measure big things or largest thing, we use kilometer as a unit. So length of a meter multiplied by 1000 is equal to 1 kilometer. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. As in this chart, as we go down, we are making smaller units. So centimeter is 100 times smaller, whereas kilometer is 1000 times larger. And as we go up, we are making larger units. So as we go up, we says pico, nano, micro, milli, centi, deci, deca, at last kilo, and then mega. Mega will be larger unit. As we come down, it will be we come down to a milli, to a smaller units. So our convenience, there are some conversion we started using. There are some important conversion which we need to remember is 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter, 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter, 1000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer, and 1 kilometer is equal to 100 into 1000 centimeter. So in this chart, as we go from smaller to larger, we have to divide them. As we want to convert larger to smaller unit, larger we have to convert into smaller, we have to multiply. Like suppose we have to convert 1 kilometer into meter, we have to multiply by 1000. So these are the important conversion we should remember. Suppose we want to convert 5 meter into centimeter. So how many centimeter would be there in 5 meter? Remember, centimeter is 100 times smaller than a meter. Centimeter is smaller, whereas meter is larger. So to measure the same distance of meter, we need large number of centimeter. How much large? Should be 100 times. So 5 meter is equal to 5 into 100 is equal to 500 centimeter. Suppose we want to convert centimeter into meter. As meter is big unit, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So 2 centimeter is equal to 2 into 10 millimeter. For measuring large distances, meter is not a convenient unit. So we define a larger unit of length. It is called kilometer. So to measure the larger units, we use kilometers. So the next topic, correct measurement of length, we'll study in the next class. And children, I will repeat once again. You have to read the textbook very well. Each and point you should remember, make clear with the meaning. So we will meet in the next class.